Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Mohal Banker, intervention radiologist, and today I am going to discuss one important complication of the varicose vein. Yesterday, one patient came to me with the bleeding from varicose vein, and believe me, bleeding from varicose vein is very panicky situation for the patient and his family. In this educational video, I am going to share you 3 facts. What is the cause of this bleeding from varicose vein, why it is fatal, and what is the line of treatment for such kind of bleeding. So in varicose veins patients, already there is a blood pressure is very high into the venous system of the patient's leg. Any aggravating factor which leads to further increasing the pressure inside the system of these venous veins, it leads to bleeding. Such aggravating factors are prolonged standing or sitting hours and taking a bath with the warm water. Many times patient gives a history that after taking a bath with the warm water, it starts bleeding. So with the warm water, vasodilatation occurs, and the vasodilatation will increase the blood volume inside the venous system. Ultimately, it leads to increase the pressure inside the venous system, and it ends up with the bleeding from the varicose vein. Now, why it's a fatal? Bleeding from varicose vein is fatal because it's a painless bleeding. Patient does not notice this bleeding because it's a painless. Most of the time, surrounding person will tell the patient that there is a bleeding going on from his own body, and by the time patient noticed, there is a heavy volume of blood loss occur, and this blood loss is really fatal for the old age group patients. So painless bleeding from the varicose vein make it fatal. And what is the line of treatment? So line of treatment is divided into 2 parts. One is immediate and one is a permanent. So for immediate treatment, whenever the bleeding occurs from the varicose vein patient has to lie down, raise his leg, and tight compression applied over the bleeding site. It will stop the bleeding immediately and reduces the pressure inside the venous system. And for the permanent treatment, patient has to evaluate on the duplex scan, identify the pattern of superficial venous reflux, and the endovenous thermal ablation should be done for getting rid of varicose vein. Once endovenous thermal ablation is done, then the venous system pressure is reduced and there is no chance of bleeding into the future into these patients. So in short, bleeding from varicose vein is very common complication. It is fatal because it is a painless bleeding, and whenever the bleeding occurs, patient has to lie down, raise his leg, and apply the compression over the bleeding site. And for the permanent treatment, endovenous thermal ablation should be done to prevent the future bleeding complication from this varicose vein. Thank you so much. Hope you have enjoyed this educational video. Thank you.